Hey everybody, today is March 7th, 2012. Apple just finished its press event that it had sent out press invitations to for today. So two different products were announced today at the Apple event. One of them was the new Apple TV. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of everything that was announced today. The new Apple TV, it supports 1080p high definition video and has a new streamlined user interface. iTunes playlists now go from iCloud to Apple TV. Photos are pushed directly from iCloud to Apple TV. There's a Movie Genius to recommend movies based on what you have already watched on your Apple TV. The Apple TV is going to go on sale next week for $99 and it's available for pre-order today. Now, the iPad, controversy over the name. There was no new name mentioned. It's just the new iPad or iPad. No names to it. No iPad 3, no iPad HD. Although, in one of the promo videos, they did say the third generation iPad. So that's probably what it's going to be called. They said that the iPad is the poster child of the post-PC era. It has a Retina display, a 2048 by 1536 resolution, 3.1 million pixels. That's a million more pixels compared to a 1080p high definition video or TV, I guess. 40% better saturation of colors. It's going to have an A5X quad core graphics, 3 times faster than the Tegra 3 chips and 4 times better performance than the Tegra 3 chips. In terms of the cameras, they didn't really talk about the front-facing camera. It still has a front-facing camera, but I guess the specs haven't changed. But the back camera, it's going to be a 5 megapixel backside illuminated sensor, 5-element lens, IR filter, ISP built into the A5X chip. It's going to have auto exposure, autofocus, 1080p high definition recording, which is really good. The new iPad is going to have voice detection, which is a Siri-like feature, not a full version of Siri on it. It's basically like the Android has on the keyboard, the microphone button you hit and you talk to the iPad and do, I guess, searches and stuff using your voice or like typing emails and all that with your voice. Not a full-featured Siri from what they said. It's going to have 4G LTE, HSPA Plus for AT&T LTE and Verizon LTE. And in Canada, it's going to be available on Rogers, Bell, and Telus. It's going to be 3G world-ready tablet. It can be a personal hotspot now if the carrier supports it. It's going to have 10 hours of battery life. Using 4G LTE, it's going to have 9 hours of battery life. It's going to be 1.4 pounds and 9.4 millimeters thick. The price for the Wi-Fi only models, it's going to be $499 for the 16 gigabyte, $599 for the 32 gigabyte, and $699 for the 64 gigabyte. For the 4G LTE versions, it's going to be $629, $729, and $829 respectively. Pre-order starts today. It's going to be available for sale in the store on March 16th, 2012. So that's pretty much the iPad and the Apple TV. Then they did some software demos. Updated iWorks apps and GarageBand for the iPad. New iMovie for the iPad. iPhoto for iPad is going to be able to edit and browse through your iPad photos. It's going to have multi-touch editing. It's going to have very professional effects, brushes, and more features. iPhoto supports up to 19 megapixel photos on the new iPad. iPad 2 is still going to be up for sale. It's going to be having a $100 price drop, so it's going to be $399 for the 16 gigabyte Wi-Fi version of iPad 2. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/DGtronic. Subscribe to this YouTube channel all about tech at youtube.com/DGtronic. I will see you in the next video.